Hey everyone, how you doing? You know my name already. It's down on YouTube. I'm not explaining it in the video because it's on YouTube if you look at it. But what I am explaining is that iPhone 15 Pro models and the M1 iPads, M2, M3, and the M1 Air will be getting the upcoming Assassin's Creed Mirage. Now, let me reiterate. Ubisoft is planning to bring the 13th main title of Assassin's Creed to iPhone 15 Pro and the iPad M series chips. That's astounding, right? We haven't had an Assassin's Creed on specifically Apple devices. The last one was on mobile, but it seems like this one is going to be specifically for the iPhone 15 Pro and the M series iPads. Now, the last one that released basically 9 years ago in 2014, that was for mobile, and that was just called Assassin's Creed Identity. And that game was actually very fun to play if you played it. Now, I played that entire game, and I liked it. And I know a lot of people did too. So, unfortunately, the servers, I can't play the game for you all, personally, for this video, because the servers were shut down. And you can only access the game by internet, but I do have a video of someone else playing it, so enjoy. Okay, so this is the mobile game Assassin's Creed Identity. This is by YouTuber... Oh my god, I actually forgot his name. But don't worry, it's going to be on screen now. Okay, so like I said, this is Assassin's Creed Identity. And as you can see, it isn't that half bad. I mean, everything is there. It looks like it's only a bite-sized. Okay, so the original story was spread across 10 chapters. And within those 10 chapters are bite-sized missions. So if you played the original Assassin's Creed Identity game, you would understand how fun this game is. And yeah, you can see that this game actually looks very much like an Assassin's Creed game. Like, I don't think anybody who had played this game will dispute that fact. Like, you can actually climb up the buildings, and this game was actually supposed to be very reminiscent to Assassin's Creed Brotherhood if you played those games. And this is set in Italy too. And you can see the trademark spinning around the game map, so you can see everything. So, what do you all think of this game? This is from 2014. So imagine that in like 10 years. Technology, especially Apple devices, has advanced so far in 10 years from this game alone to now having a full-fledged console Assassin's Creed game instead of a mobile bite-sized internet version. And this is just some more gameplay of the story, so you can get some more knowledge about how it actually looked in 2014. And if it looked this good in 2014, imagine how good Mirage is going to look like when we play it on the iPhone 15 Pro and the M chips. So that's it for this. On to the other. Knowing that this is a full-fledged Now that was a mobile game. This is a full-fledged game. Full game. This is the full game. Nothing has been stripped. This is the full game coming to Apple devices. So in 10 years, you now have a full-fledged Assassin's Creed game coming to Apple devices. Are you excited? I'm excited. Now, what you are seeing here is actual footage of actual in-game footage of Assassin's Creed Mirage. Now, as you saw, this was taken 3 months ago. So this was sometime in June. I have to say June because 3 months ago I never really checked the date of when it came out. But it came out sometime in the summer. And this gives you a good snippet of how it's going to look on Apple devices. Or at least how it's going to look on consoles. We're still not really confirmed about how it's going to look on Apple devices, but it's going to look similar. When it comes to Apple devices, it's going to most likely have lower graphics. But you can already tell that this was kind of made for mobile. Or not mobile in a way, but there is a caveat. And the caveat is that you can beat this game in 20 to 25 hours, which is not that long for an Assassin's Creed game. And it's understandable because this is meant as an expansion pack for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. But I feel like that might be also why it's coming to Apple devices, because obviously Apple devices are not that powerful in a way. I mean, they are powerful to play PS4 games, but we never really had a actual Assassin's Creed full-fledged game on Apple devices before. And it makes me believe that the only reason this game is coming to Apple devices is because it's an expansion pack. And I do have some credibility to back up my theory. Now, there's a commenter on YouTube, and he says that, or she says, I don't really know the gender, but they say that some of the other Assassin's Creed games were a lot longer in story, and it took them like much longer to complete and everything. So the fact that you can complete this game in like 20 to 25 hours, the story, is kind of indicating that maybe that could be the reason it's also coming to Apple. But I don't want to say that for sure because I'm not sure, but that's just, after I saw that, I kind of realized it in my head, and that's just my own little theory. And even if that turns out to be the reason why it came, I'm still glad it came, just because this looks like a much more improved version of the Assassin's Creed Identity game we got basically 10 years ago, after this is coming out in early 2024. It's unclear at the moment if this will be coming to any other device besides Apple. Maybe it's unclear if it will be coming to Android down the line. But currently, it's coming only to the iPhone 15 Pro and the M series iPads, like M1 iPad, M2 iPad, M3 iPad, M1 iPad Air, and then all the future iterations of iPhones, like the iPhone 16, the iPhone 17, etc. the M1 iPad 4, etc. So, that being said, we now, and the only reason this game is coming to iPhone 15 Pro and the M iPads is because of the PC requirements. Now, the PC requirements are that the minimum requirements to run this game is 8 gigabytes of RAM, and the recommended requirements are 16 gigabytes of RAM. So the iPhone 15 Pro has 8 gigabytes of RAM, and then all the iPads model, well, all the Pro M1, M2, M3, and 3 models have 16 or have 8 or either 16 gigabytes of RAM. Only the iPad Air has 8 gigabytes of RAM. That tells you that this game isn't going to be that hard of a game to run. Especially if it comes to the 16 gigabytes models. I don't think it's going to be that very demanding of a game to run. Especially if it's coming as it's an expansion pack that was turned into a full-fledged standalone game. So I don't think that this is going to be that hard to run. But what do you all think? It looks nice, doesn't it? Like from this gameplay, the trees. I think his name is Basim. I never played Assassin's Creed Valhalla or Odyssey. So his name I think is Basim or something. Basing. I don't know. So, but what do you think of the town? What do you think of the people? Like, this is actual in-game footage. I think it looks nice. And actually, from the release date of this game on consoles, which is October 12th, 2023, that means if it comes out in March 2024 for Apple devices, it will be in 5 months from October until March. We will most likely have this game on Apple devices, which is very, 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 very nice. I'm going to end this video here, and I hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing makes me feel nice, and also you'll be up to date on all the other iOS gaming I do, because there's a lot more coming out this year.